call me a racist?
Oh my god. It is episode 60. 60?
No,
59?
no, 59.
59. Josh got to do it. And the K-Bar Trucking Podcast. Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No, dude, Josh, oh, wait, first, Luke's not here. His fucking flag got canceled.
Yeah,
How do you like that, dude?
He got fired.
Yeah, so Juke, dude, if this episode was phenomenal.
Did you just say Jew?
It's Juke. I was calling him Juke.
This Jew's not here.
It would be way funnier if his name was actually if he was actually a Jew.
Juke Davis.
Juke Davis. Dude, if this episode was phenomenal, Luke has lost his job, dude.
He lost his privileges. And he lost his sitting rights.
In this episode, in this podcast will be the Joshua and Alex podcast.
I feel like that would give him too much credit though, because he'd be like, "Oh, you need two people to replace one of me," which I don't want to give him that much credit. You know?
You know what we'll do is that like every week we'll like switch off.
Yeah, we'll just be like, literally any person can replace you.
Dude, or one day we'll just have like a podcast as if nobody's sitting in the van. Just footage out. Footage.
Yeah, we'll get lapel mics and set outside.
Yeah. No, just footage of the van. Like no audio.
Just dead silence.
Just the ladies back there.
Oh, that's your best episode yet.
All the comments like,
crushing.
Probably would blow up.
Oh, good thing Luke's not in that one.
Dude, it has just racial slurs littered throughout, like very quietly.
Yeah.
That you have to listen to the whole thing to hear.
Oh yeah, for everyone that's new here, that's Alex guest hosting.
Joshua Creedon
And Joshua Creedon guest
stinking up the damn van.
Guesting.
Guesting.
Ah, dude.
Oh, that's
nice.
Here.
I saw. Are you settled in, dude?
I'm trying to get comfortable, man.
Yeah, clearly.
Come on, man.
Yeah, dude. It's so annoying. This is the second time, dude. Fucking last time Alex was here, like the first 5 minutes is just him shuffling around trying to get comfortable.
What were you doing pre-pod? Just sitting there, you're like, oh wait, hold on, I'll hold it for the pod.
I'm not gonna. That's not how you set up for the pod, dude. And also, this is my seat. You're in my seat because I'm usually guesting. So,
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Do you want me to sit? I never.
This is good now.
You were here last time.
I'm all set, man. I'm not gonna put my foot on your bed, but
you're
You're
good.
I do. Do I look like I'm sitting like a bitch?
Good thing you have scoliosis.
Do you have scoliosis?
No.
No.
Here, hold up.
It's subtle. At first.
Here, I saw a thing today, dude.
What do you see?
That give me your guys' opinion on it.
All right.
This guy was getting put on blast on Instagram.
What's on blast?
For being like they were like exploiting him.
Yeah.
Oh, you knew what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
He was making a joke. It was funny.
Oh, was that a joke?
No, it was very funny that he said that.
Good
Luke,
job.
you still got a job.
Good job, Alex.
On blast.
Ooh.
Yeah, this guy was getting put on blast.
Baja Blast.
For on Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Baja Blast Taco Bell on 14th Street. That's what he was getting put on. He was getting just getting crucified for being a pedophile.
Whoa.
But hold up.
That's a serious crime.
I thought you. Okay, yeah.
No,
keep going.
No. I want to know you guys' opinion on this. You guys' take on this.
Initially, I'm against it. I'm for him being put on blast.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
But the screenshots were of him telling somebody that he's going to therapy for it.
Oh,
so
he's reformed. I'd say
So I guess he was texting a 15-year-old girl or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
understandable.
Don't worry, I won't be talking to you for too long. I'm going to therapy for this.
So he's texting like a 15-year-old girl like in the past or whatever, and then it kind of like fizzles out.
Yeah.
Like nothing comes of it. But somebody sees this and they message him, and then he goes, yeah, I'm sorry, I've been going to therapy for this, whatever. This person now takes screenshots of him saying he's going to therapy for being a pedophile, that he likes children, and he doesn't want to be like that anymore. But these are the screenshots getting posted all over the internet.
Right.
So what's your take on that?
I got two. So first of all, when somebody says they're going to therapy, usually they're not. Usually it's a big crock of shit, and they're like, yeah, I'm trying to be a better person, I'm trying to work on myself, and it's a whole goddamn load of baloney.
Yeah. So
there's that factor, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully he is going to therapy. That's a good thing. I think you should go see therapy for that. This is my other question, I guess. It's not really a take, but here's the thing so does that mean the last 5 months of talking to 15-year-olds, he was kind of just mailing it in? He was like, he's like starting to like not check his phone as much, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's getting less and less. He's like, I don't know, man. It's just this, this whole fucking kids thing doesn't really seem to be.
Well, that's the thing. Is he
he's not pulling out my heartstrings the same way?
Did he ever do it, or was he just, I see my trajectory here and I'm going to preempt it?
I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because
Preempted?
yeah, because the 15-year-old girl he was talking to, I'm assuming told on him or her parents saw.
Right.
So if he would have like acted on it or like like fucking tried having sex
How
with
old
her
is this guy?
or had sex with her, I think he might be like 25 to like 30, around our age.
Oh yeah,
Still
that guy's
bad,
not going
by
to
the way.
therapy.
Still
that
not
guy is
okay.
100% not going to see therapy
Right.
for that.
Yeah.
25-year-old, 35-year-old, 35 maybe, but 30, no.
Like-
you're still lost in the sauce of
Yeah,
your,
like
your own
he's a new
problems.
pedophile.
Yeah, he's green. He's green as they come. He doesn't even know how to do it yet.
Huh.
That's
Well,
also the thing, though, because that seems tough to call someone a pedophile. This is gonna sound bad.
Yeah.
It sounds tough to call someone a pedophile.
Looking how you look too.
when they, I know. When they're attracted to kids, but they
Right.
haven't done anything. Pedophile, okay, because they're attracted to kids. I get
Yeah.
it. But also, people who have raped 20 kids, also a pedophile. So they're both pedophiles. While
Yeah.
one did something terrible and the other one hasn't done anything but is attracted to them. I'm not saying attraction's just fine, but like
Yeah.
it's tough that they're called the same thing. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
you should say like a convicted pedophile or like a child rapist or something like that, and then the other guy is just a pedophile. Like,
Okay. Yeah. Well, no.
that doesn't sound good, but like, yeah, it's not good to be attracted to children.
No, go
But it's
hot
better.
take from Joshua Creedon.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to be swinging and coming in hot here.
Yeah, this is a PC podcast actually.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
not good to be attracted to children.
Sorry, it's just his orientation. It's just his orientation to be attracted
Yeah.
to children.
Yeah.
So
if I was a pedophile, which I'm not,
This is how you do it.
if I was a
I just
pedophile,
booked.
what I would do is I would talk to kids, and then I would tell all the people I know that I'm seeing therapy for it.
Well, that's a weird thing.
I would go, hey, I'm talking to kids, but I'm getting help.
yeah,
I'm getting a lot of help
that's the
for
thing.
it.
I don't know if he got caught, or if he caught himself beforehand, going, "Oh fuck, I'm a pedophile. I gotta go to therapy." Because my it feels weird feeling sympathetic for this person, because at the end of the day it is like a disease, right?
Right.
Like being attracted to children and shit. But it feels weird being sympathetic towards him when the screenshots are just him like saying, I've caught this disease. I know I'm attracted.
Yeah.
I know it's wrong. This and that, and like now that's fucking everywhere, and like this like back home in Southern California.
Yeah, and that's the problem is if you go online and then shit on the guy who's trying to like get help or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully he is going to therapy and stuff. I think that's probably because if you don't talk about it, then he's just going to be like, well, what the fuck, and he's going to keep doing it.
Right.
Because
right.
people are afraid to talk about their thing if they have it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So nobody's going
100%.
to bring it up.
Dude, that's 1,000% making other people who like would have seen this and been
Yeah.
like, oh, I should go to therapy because I think I might be a pedophile. Now they're like, oh, even just talking about it is going to get me in trouble.
Right.
Well, looks like I'm just not going to talk about it to
It's
anyone,
like,
and then
it's
they
like
end up
Hitler
having sex
when
with
he
kids.
was in art school in Vienna, and he was probably like there at one of his classes, like, oh, you know, I don't really like the Jews, you know, and one of his friends, you know, Himmler was like,
Himmler.
Hitler, shut up. Oh, don't say things like that. This is terrible. You don't
Yeah.
like the Jews. And he was like, well, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I need to
Probably.
get help.
Yeah, then he couldn't get help, and then now look where we're at.
Luke, we miss you.
Wait, this is okay. This pedophile thing is like, this is like doing the opposite of Louis' really famous bit that I don't know if you ever did on stage.
He
but
did it on SNL.
Ooh.
He did. No, it's not that. It's
Oh,
it's a
which one?
separate bit where he's
Boy
talking about.
Scouts one?
No, he did it on Stern, where he's like, we should make pedophilia not as big of a deal, because like if you molest a kid, that's like the worst thing you could ever do. That's the worst thing you could
Yeah,
ever
he
do.
did-
Like you're gonna get, but like if it wasn't as big of a deal, you'd have less dead kids. Because
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
molest a kid, you're like, I gotta kill him, because if I'm gonna
Right.
get caught, I'm dead.
Yeah.
But if you get caught and you're in jail for 3 months, you're not gonna kill the kid.
I'm
you
pretty
know?
sure that's in
like
Sorry.
the logic behind it.
Yeah.
Is it in Sorry?
Yeah, I think so. Because then he transitions into the Michael Jackson Boy Scouts bit.
Maybe I'm not super familiar with Sorry, honestly.
to
I just
be
know he
sincere,
did this on
I don't know.
Howard Stern like back in the day. But
Okay.
like that's like the opposite. It's like they're making even talking about pedophilia such a big deal that
Yeah.
no one's going to talk about it, even on the way to being a pedophile, which is when you should talk about it whenever you have it. Even if you had sex with a bunch of kids, you should be like, hey,
Somebody help.
I'm
Yeah.
bad. I need
Yeah.
help, you know?
Right.
And if you're like, you
Well,
can't even
tie
admit
me
that
up.
you need help.
Yeah.
it's not
Tie
gonna
me
be
up
good.
and
Well,
show
I
me
mean,
pictures of adults.
if-
Only person he's telling that
Well,
to his
dude, I
kids.
think you should talk about it before you do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you talk about it after you do it, that's already a crime, and you're gonna get murdered in prison.
Yeah,
or whatever. It's kind of like is there a thing like that for murders? People that feel like murdering?
I really want to. Well, a lot of I think first time murders are like an anger thing.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like a. I don't want to just murder. I want to kill that person. It's not. I want to kill like a vague.
Right.
I just want to kill someone. It's I want to kill someone specific.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think, like you're saying, I think talking about it earlier and earlier is better, which is why what we're doing is best case scenario, because we're not even attracted to kids and we're talking about it.
Right.
So it's even what we're doing. We're like heroes, really talking about it early.
Really, yeah, before it even has a chance.
Before we're even attracted to kids.
Yeah.
And that's why we're like best case.
For the because there's that weird gray area, like when you graduate high school, and you're like and you're like 19, but your girlfriend's somehow still like a junior,
or like when you're like
and she's like 16, and you're like, oh shit, or is that guy a pedophile?
Or like right when you turn 18 and your girlfriend's still like 11, and you're like, what do I?
Yeah.
Like, what I just turned 18. What do I do? Yeah, it's tough.
Well, because I remember like in high school, there'd be like a kid, like a senior, who'd bring a freshman to prom, and we'd all be like, "That guy's a pedophile," and he's like, he's 17. He's not. But
yeah,
dude,
like, but there's a lot of
too far of a stretch. 4 years, you can't be doing that.
There's a lot of development in that.
Is small.
Yeah. Size is a big deal.
Yeah.
And
you're like a senior. You're using your power.
Yeah, you're wielding your power.
Yeah, it's crazy when you're like a sophomore and someone's a senior. You're like, whoa, that person is like God.
Yeah,
and then you're like,
that guy's got a job. I bet. Does he? He drives to school.
Dude, driving to school was so cool. When I was in high school, I wouldn't even talk to anyone just one grade above me.
I almost ran over a guy.
Like if I was a junior, I would never.
Just all my friends. Completely unrelated.
Just in high school?
No, not even in high school. Just like 2 days ago. I was right over a guy.
I had a guy in his butt.
What were you saying, Josh? Sorry.
Oh, no. I was just saying the power dynamic is real. Because I would never talk to someone even a grade higher than me. I would never do that.
No.
I'd be like, oh, no, who am I? I'm just a junior. Yeah. And they're a senior. They don't want anything to do with me.
Huh. Did you ever drive to school?
Oh, yeah, dude. I lived like 10 minutes walk away, and I still drove.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it was the best, dude. I loved it. Yeah, I loved driving. It was so cool.
I got my permit. Oh, I was going to tell Josh's story before the pod started. There was I went to driving school at like 15. Driver's ed, I guess, or whatever. And next to me was sitting this chick that I thought was, attractive or whatever, I was 15 too. So
hold on. It's good that you waited till the podcast
to tell me
so we had something to talk about. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, Luke.
We need to get a point board. We need a point board for Luke. All
right. So I like this chick, right? And then I kind of flirted with her or whatever. She flirted back. And like the next day, she got the vibes. I feel we both liked each other. But she did this really weird thing where she showed me a picture of herself. It's just like a selfie, not naked, just wearing what she was wearing that day. And she went, look. And then I saw it and I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, you look good. Yeah. I was like, oh, nice. I was like, oh, you look good. She was like, oh, yeah. And 10 seconds passed it. She goes, look. It's another picture of her that she took that morning.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, wow.
One less article of clothing.
No. That would have been great, yeah. And I was like, oh, cool, yeah. Dude, I look over her. She's scrolling through her phone. I look over. Tons and tons of selfies. She's looking for another one to show me of herself.
She likes how you made her feel when you were like, nice.
Yeah, dude. And then like this happened. I swear to God, dude, like 10 times. She went, look. And I was like, oh, nice. And she would go but she would get creeper and creeper. She would go, look. And I'm like, oh, look. Dude,
she's wearing the same thing in every photo?
No, well, like for the first 3, it was of that day. And then she just showed me things of like different days.
Hey,
of like different outfits.
You like how I look?
Yeah, basically, it freaked me out, dude.
Dude, listen, I just don't like this is happening in driver's ed. You guys need to learn how to drive, okay? You can't be...
She's practicing.
You should have been like, hey, I'll look at the photos. Just right now, we're learning how to drive. I'm trying to drive this car.
Oh, that's actually true.
Please stop.
I didn't even think about that.
Please stop.
Hey, look it.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, very cool. No, not cool.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe cool, but later, just contextually... Is that happening at other motor vehicle operating schools?
Well, 2 other ones that I've been to, Joshua.
You drive semi-trucks. There's a class for that.
There is, yeah, but that's mostly just old crusty men.
Some old crusty dude, like, look.
The only
Same
girl.
thing happens. Like, says some 45-year-old researching himself, and he's like, look at this photo. It's him.
Pictures of his wife.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the pictures of him and his daughter from the driver's ed class.
The only girl who wore a bikini to the CDL training course.
Used to get us to apply.
Yeah.
So dude, it's so hot in here, and I gotta blame this on Joshua. I gotta blame Luke.
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah, Luke. Come back.
Mostly.
Dude, I know. I blame this on Joshua because we fucking said let's do the podcast in your apartment. Which
You said apartment or van.
Which you just got a new AC. You just got an fucking air conditioner. But here we are, dude, in the fucking event. It's a humid June East Coast day, dude.
Pretty cool.
And we're 15 minutes in and we're dying, dude.
Yeah, well, here's the reality.
Humid.
Okay, here's the reality. Is you said, do you want to do apartment or van? And I said, you've always done it in the van. I would hate to
Why would you
have
say
that broken. Because this is the set. This is what comes with this show. Is you're in the back of a van.
Yeah,
And
we're
with
increasing
that
our budget.
Comes horrific heat sometimes. You can't just be like, oh, we're in a van, except when life gets hard. Now we're going to an apartment. No,
Guys.
this is what you came here for.
Fuck you, dude. I'm sleeping.
sorry.
I'm sleeping here tonight. This is like a little cool novelty thing
you
in the
can
party.
sleep in my apartment if you want.
Dude, it's like a
You
cool.
can crash on my couch.
You need to drop me off
Dude,
at the
can I
L.
for us?
Sure.
Because this fucking podcast is coming out tomorrow, and I got to do all the editing for it tonight.
Oh, so I gotta take the train.
Because I'll drive you to the G. You want to take a trip and drive us to the G or to the L?
The L.
Yeah, he takes it all the way to the bad part of town.
Unless if I could stay at your place.
Well,
No,
we can't
don't.
I can't have two of you crashing.
Yeah, no, and plus
I
this
live
guy-
Just
Futon.
literally because of space. I
this,
would
guy,
if
this guy's feet stink, dude.
I don't care about that.
You don't care about that?
No, I do care. I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah, dude.
I don't care about that.
See? Nobody cares. You're very normal.
You're very.
And anyway, so like, dude, I'm sleeping here tonight. So
Yeah.
like, so for you, you're like, oh, it'll be fun to go to the party, be a little uncomfortable for a little
This
part
is
of the
gonna
day.
be, let me just live your life for a second. Oh my god. Oh, that's so hot. This is crazy.
And for me, I'm like, oh, Josh has I called you today and you were like, good news, I have AC, come over. and I was like, dude, we're doing the party there. And you're like, come on, Frankie, let's do it in the van.
You didn't say we're gonna do the pod. You were like, maybe we do it in your apartment. And I said, where would we even do it in my apartment? My place is so much more comfortable than your van. Why would we do it there? It's obviously better to do it at the apartment. Why would we not just do it in your van? And so that's why we're here.
Well, we're here,
But this
dude.
is what you signed up for.
You know
This is
what?
the van. This is
Hey.
Keep on Trucking podcast. in the van.
You know what, dude? The fan is facing only me.
That's okay. I respect that.
Well, I mean, was it even hitting you at all, Alex?
No.
Oh, well, the faces.
Dude, I will say this. I've done a couple podcasts in like people's apartments that don't have AC,
Yeah.
and it's funny when it's hot and you're doing a podcast. You're like, "Oh, how long do you go?" And it's like, "Oh, just until we sweat and we can't handle it." Like I did one of my other friends' podcasts because I
Jesse's?
have other friends. Yeah, but you don't need to dox them like that. I did Jesse Slayton's podcast. Check it out. It's online every platform except for YouTube. I don't know what it's on, but and then we were just like going for like 50 minutes, and then by the end we were sweating buckets, and he's like, "All right, that's good enough."
Well, see, when I think people are like, "Oh, how are you in the van?" I'm like, dude, like half the apartments I hear in New York, fucking people are sweating in them too.
How am I in the van? How are you when you go to the fucking desert?
Huh?
I don't know. That was me responding as you to somebody asking a dumb question about being in a metal box. Yeah.
So I get. Now, if you explained it, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, now that you explain that.
Now that you explained your joke, I understand
Now that
it.
you explain that, I can go like this.
Oh, I see what you were. Yeah, dude, it's
Emoting.
bad here, dude. I panic bought my AC unit like 4 days ago because I woke up at 2 a.m. just sweating, and I like went on Instagram. I bought my AC unit off Instagram because it was in my algorithm a lot.
Just off advertisements and shit.
Yeah, all advertisements,
Damn.
windmill air. It's been great.
That's crazy, dude.
I've had it for a couple hours, and it is cooler in my apartment.
I love your apartment. I'm surprised I haven't had any advertisements for houses on my phone.
dude. Or
Luke.
Luke replaces you. We have to come by and do the pod in the van.
It just
You
becomes
just like
Luke,
sit outside and kick
Luke and
rocks.
Luke on both sides. He just records half and half, just switching back and forth.
No, it was Luke and then you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying because we're not very good either, clearly. So I'm just saying Luke, like the chess guy. Like remember that
Yeah.
Pixar
There
short?
can only be one.
Remember that? What?
I don't know.
Remember that?
We're all having a heat stroke in here.
Yeah, I think
Remember
so.
that Pixar short where the guy is playing himself in chess?
Before Toy Story.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, before Toy Story. And that's what Luke would do with himself
With the
in the pod,
podcast.
going back and forth.
Luke would love that, dude. He tells
love
like
it,
the
yeah.
most longest stories of all time.
Yeah, I
like
know.
like he'd tell a story for like 5 minutes, and he'll switch seats and he'll go,
Exactly. That's what,
and then he'll come back, continue telling it, and go back and listen, and just start dying laughing.
see, that's what he would. That's how he would realize his stories are long. Is him telling them to himself, because he'd start talking and he'd be like, "Man, this is kind of dragging," and he'd be like, "Yeah, dude."
He would get so good at telling stories. Yeah.
Dude, that's true.
That's
Yeah.
what Luke needs, dude. It's a solo podcast, so he could like just bore himself. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
and he starts scratching the top of his head the entire time. Like
Yeah, oh, yeah, he does that.
80% of the pod would just be him up here
Just scratching his head.
scratching his head like this.
Telling a
Just
story.
being like, yeah, so the other day
Man, poor Luke.
in North Carolina the other day, in North Carolina, and you're like, dude, all right. I'm not
Wait.
saying I'm better than him.
No,
I'm just different in
No,
like
no,
a
no.
better
Do your
way.
impression of Luke telling a story.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me actually. The other day, I was walking down the stairs of the apartment, and the person who lives in the apartment, and
All right.
what?
You know what, dude? I don't want Luke to come back anymore. That just pissed me off. I just got flashbacks.
Alex and Josh. Alex and Josh.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Nice.
dude. Oh, here-
Dude, should we talk
Wait, was
about
that was that boring?
Oh, yeah.
Or was
Should we
that-
talk about the apartment we got kicked out of?
Oh no,
Man
no, no.
from
you just you just
Oh yeah, that one. Here. Let's talk about.
wait. Which one's that one?
No.
We'll talk about it later. What are you saying?
Wait, what are you saying? Tell me what happened with the morals one.
Yeah.
Here, all right. Let's talk about it, but very, very vaguely, dude, because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let me just. I'll set it up.
Yeah.
Do I
You-
know about this?
You know about this.
Okay.
So, there's a comedian that we know that just had a dispute with his roommate and an apartment, and his roommate was getting evicted or whatever. He wasn't paying his thing,
Yeah.
so they went to court together.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna be very vague about
Yeah.
this. Dude. They went to court together, and then I guess this guy's our friend's roommate was like a fucking piece of shit asshole, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking like like it was like they were like suing each other. It was like a very bad fucking court thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they had
He
to
owes a lot of money. He owes above $30,000, specifically $35,000.
to
Wow.
our friend, but whatever. So this guy gets evicted, and then like our homie. So they both just leave the apartment. They both get. So this guy's telling us a story, right? Our friend and comedian is telling us a story, and he goes, "Yeah, dude, fuck this guy. He left. I don't know if he's coming back, but hey, man, if you guys want, he left all his shit there. I already took a couple guys. Like somebody got his TV, somebody got his that. He has like a bunch of designer shit.
such a much.
I'm not gonna say TV. I'll bleep out TV.
He took his beep. And then he also took a pair of designer beeps.
So he goes. He's
Oh,
come.
man.
Should we not do this? Should
No,
we
we are, but I love this story. It's so funny
Yeah.
because of what we did.
All right, so that fool goes, yeah, man, you guys want to fucking come over and get something? Like, he still has a bunch of shirts there. You guys want to come back and get them? Fucking
Get them as if you left them there.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
or-
you want to come and get those?
so
or?
me and Alex were like, oh fuck yeah, dude, like let's go, like that would be sick. That night comes around, we call him and we're like, yo, dude, we're like, well, we're heading over. And this was fucked up. He goes, oh man, nah, dude, I don't want you guys to come in. No,
He goes, he's like, all right, come to my house. I'll give you the keys. You guys can go in. And then I'm like, we're not going in alone. Might have a door guy. He's like a richer comedian
yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
He's got a good job. And he's like, I'm like, I don't want to go into your building like alone.
Yeah,
That's
you're
like
all-
that makes it a crime.
Yeah.
What we're about to do.
Yeah, it makes it a break.
And having you there is just you letting us into your house, and then you had your eyes closed for a while.
If you work at the
and-
bank and then I take the money from the bank you work from with you there, it's
Right.
not stealing. You let me into the vault.
it's not stealing.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, this is
Right.
Yeah.
so bad, dude. So he's like fucked up. He's like tired. It's like 11 p.m. He's saying like, oh, dude, come on. Like I'll just give you the kids. I don't want to go. I'm tired.
Finally wrenched him though.
Yeah, and like
Finally got him.
after like 30 minutes of convincing him, we're like, oh, come on, dude, just fucking. He goes, fuck, all right. And then he walks at us, takes us to his old apartment, and he opens. He goes, yeah, dude, he hasn't fucking been back ever since. Like a bunch of his shit's gone. Some of his shit's there. Like it's just like
There's just clothes and some like odds and ends, a bed,
yeah,
butt
Nice.
plug,
just
Is
like
that
a,
good?
big butt plug.
yeah, just
Big?
a bunch
Yeah.
of yeah, dude. bunch of random shit. He goes, yeah, go. So I'm like, oh, sick, dude. And we started like just like taking clothes and shit.
Can I tell this part?
Yeah,
this,
dude.
this is my favorite part.
I don't even know if I want to leave this shit in, but yeah.
So we get into this apartment and we're like, okay, the setup is free clothes, guy's a bastard.
Yeah.
Right? And
yeah, this guy sucks. He's like, oh, and also he has like he like scams people for a living too. Like he scams.
Scams.
Oh,
Yeah.
scams.
He's like he scams people in Europe and Asia for like expensive stuff.
Well, they deserve it.
True, but it's not redeemable. Deserve or nothing. So
okay, yeah.
we get in there. I'm thinking, okay, we just walked into a Goodwill, or even worse, what's something like a free place. We walked into a junkyard. All this stuff has to go. Fire sale. So I found a bag, and then we go into this guy's room, and we just emptied every drawer, shirt, and if it had fabric on it, it ended up in this bag. We stuffed it full. It was just all these like nice shirts.
Is this person like your size?
Doesn't even know. And this is what we're getting to is so we raid it, right? We're like some stuff, and we leave. We're walking downstairs, and Frankie and I are both kind of like quiet, and it's there's like a palpable like we're almost weeping. We're like walking down the stairs, like kind of just grunting to each other.
Well, and then we're walking down, and like we leave the building. The comic is like, "Hey, you little weasel, let's fucking get out of here!" You know, because like this guy hates that. He hates the other guy. Like he fucking like they have a feud.
Right.
So he thought was like, "All right, you fucking get out of here." And I mean, I started walking silently back. Like Jesus Christ. What?
Well, also it's weird that his demeanor completely changed.
What do you
He's
mean?
like, "Oh yeah, come over. The stuff's free. It's no big deal. It's free." And then you leave, and he's like, "I can't believe you guys did that."
No.
It's like, what?
He was being
like being playful.
Yeah, he was being playful.
Like, he's like, "You weasels," you know, like get out of here.
What does that mean? Like he didn't think you did anything wrong.
No. He was glad that we got as much stuff as we did, and then we get into the van, and we're like, "Well, did we just do a bad thing? We just did a terrible
Stealing a man's
thing
clothes.
to a human. We just we got one over on this guy. We don't even know him. We're not involved in any of the fucking stuff. We don't even need clothes. We don't even know if the clothes fit."
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you guys have a scarcity mindset.
Yeah,
That's what
it was, and that's what made me feel so bad. Is like I was like,
well, I thought I was just gonna grab like a thing or two.
yeah.
And then fucking this guy fucking went ape shit.
Yeah, I just grabbed a bunch of stuff because it was like free clothes. I was like, okay. I didn't really think about it. I didn't think over the moral standpoint of the thing until we left. And I was like, whoa, I don't need any of this stuff. That was weird. We just raided this guy's. And the thing that kind of clued me into it at the end was we had this full bag of clothes, and I started going through his kitchen cabinet. I was like, oh, I need some knives and some plates. Too bad I don't have enough arms. I don't have enough arms for all this free stuff. And I was like, wait a minute. None of this is free. This isn't my stuff.
Well, it is free. You are stealing it. So that's kind of the nature. That is the nature of stealing. Is it just is free? And then
we were like thinking about it, and then we both were like, yeah, let's just drop this back off at the guy's place because that's first of all a crime. Second of all, we can never wear the clothes outside anyways because it's like we didn't earn them. We didn't.
Yeah, you gotta earn your clothes.
We gotta earn your clothes on your back. Otherwise, you're nothing but a goddamn hack, you know?
Yeah.
And so we dropped the clothes back off in the guy's apartment, make sure it's locked, all this stuff. And we take off, and we're on the road, and Frankie goes, we're both sad, and he's like, oh man, I know this really good song, it's got a crazy story, do you want to hear it? And he puts on this song,
Immortal Technique,
Dance to the Devil.
It's
a song about how a gang pretty much convinces a member that they've like ousted, and he's trying to get back into the gang to rape a woman, and it ends up being his mom, and so the guy jumps off a building and kills himself. And we listen to the song, and we both just look at each other and go, oh my god, we're dancing with the devil. It's like, are we bad people? Like, did we just like pretty much rape our moms and kill ourselves?
We're like, that's
obviously
us.
not. It's not that bad, but it was a very funny like. It made me cry. Like we were kind of I was crying on the way home.
You were crying?
I was
out of your eyes?
Yeah, out of my eyes.
I didn't see a tear. I ate a burger.
I got.
Yeah, the first thing we did is we went to a diner after. We were like,
here's the thing. I don't want to equate that to raping your mom, because then that just means that if you guys ever raped your mom, you'd just go to a diner afterwards and eat a burger. That's what you'd be like.
Yeah.
We basically just did that. Well, pretty hungry.
Yeah.
They get some food.
Right.
That's not really comparable at all. I think that.
No, it's not at all comparable.
but,
That's why it's funny, because he put it on, and then we're both like, "Oh,
that's because you're so morally pricked. You are so your conscience inside of you. That's why I don't ever do anything bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
just don't ever do bad stuff.
You know what? I want to call this shit out. Did I feel bad again?
really?
Yeah,
I can tell.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get.
Well,
I
for
guess
legal reasons, maybe. You know.
I guess.
Fucking,
No, but this is all art. This is a story. None of that happened.
Shut up. That's dumb, dude. I had a friend in high school. In high school, we had this thing for AP Lang where we would write a bunch of different papers, and one of this dude's for his paper, and you share it with the entire class. Like, everyone reads everyone's paper in the entire high school for the senior class. This one guy writes a paper about driving drunk home from a party. Right?
Yeah.
It's a really good paper. Everyone likes him. He's a popular guy. He's a good writer. So everyone reads the paper. He gets called into the principal's office because it's like, hey, you drove home drunk from a party? And he was like, and I remember him telling us about this at lunch, and all of us are like, what'd you say? He's like, I just said I made it up. It was fine. And then they let me go. And we all knew it was real. Yeah. But you just tell the principal, oh, no, it's just artistic license or whatever. And then they're like, all right. I mean, what's he gonna do? Be like, yes, I did drive home. Like, that's an insane thing to do.
That's the whole thing with rappers now, huh? Where they're like trying to like arrest them for crimes they're admitting on songs.
Yeah, but it's a law that they can't, except for with YN Melly.
What happened with them?
He just like directly admitted to a bunch of crimes, to killing a guy, and he like described it in detail and like gave the date, and I guess he went to jail for it. He was like,
dude, talk about
literally
dancing with the
song.
devil.
It's the funniest song I've ever heard. He was like, yeah, have you ever stabbed a guy in the chest and watched him bleed? You cried on his body while he was dying. On October 17th, 2012.
Did you ever tell someone you were sorry after they were already dead?
You ever wrap a man in plastic and then cover his body with duct tape at the ankles, at the waist, and around the neck, and then dispose of the body in a landfill?
You ever Googled
where
how
it was
to quarter
later
somebody?
found?
Yeah.
Have you ever wiped your fingerprints off plastic?
Is that what he says in the song?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much that.
These are actual lyrics. I was like, oh, wow.
He doesn't have that southern accent that I imparted on it.
Yeah, but you'd rather do you can't do a black accent because that's.
I cannot do a black
even
accent.
Though
I don't even know how.
Luke Davis does.
I'm such a good guy. I'm such a good guy. I don't even know how to do black accent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, that sounds ignorant to me.
I ain't practiced it once.
That sounds. Just do the high early Dave Chappelle black accent.
That's when you get like really good at it, but then you're like, I can't really do it anywhere else.
Dude, that's how I feel.
Happened to Grant Moore. He's like really good at a bunch of like really funny accents, but he's just not allowed to do them anymore.
Dude, that's how I feel. I want to be able to do very specific Asian accents about like a not just like stereotypical Asian, but like I want to do Korean, Asian, Chinese, Japanese, stuff like that, you know. And I just know it'll be racist if I just come off and I'm like, no, this is a Japanese accent.
Do you know any Japanese phrases?
Oh,
but
dude,
do it.
I would want to say them, but then I'd be terrified that they'd actually be Chinese.
Say it, but we'll just blur your face so they don't know who's saying it.
We blur it with like a racist drawing of an Asian person.
You know, you put like a black face over
propaganda.
Different race.
Yeah, exactly. World War II propaganda of like Japanese people, and they were just like they're drawn by Disney or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
dude, Disney was so racist.
He was so racist.
So racist.
Yeah.
Before the time, he was in the right, huh? He was like, "Oh no, this is correct."
Yeah,
and everyone's like, "Yeah, fuck, I guess."
No one knew anything about any other.
Hey, Disney,
race.
that didn't age well. Somebody wake him up out of cryo sleep.
Dude, that's
Tell
also
him he
back
was
when
racist.
people were so stoked about representation that even if their race is depicted super racistly, they're like, "That's freaking us!
It's us
that's
on
awesome.
screen.
That's
look
great.
at our big teeth.
Yeah, look at that. We're Asian.
Look at our big Asian. Is that rice coming out of his nose?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
That doesn't quite happen that way, but it's still cool though.
Dude, when they fucking defrost him, he's gonna be canceled immediately.
He's gonna be so upset when they find out what we've done to his films.
Dude, he's the one who's gonna make everything okay again. Like he's gonna make every racist thing okay.
This is Disney.
You're like, he's Disney.
This is Disney coming out of cryo sleep. Oh, Little Mermaid's black?
Yeah.
What the hell?
He's like, that wouldn't even make sense. How would she get that much sunlight to develop that much melanin if she lives under the sea? That's impossible. How would you even evolutionally was?
Is that an argument people were saying?
No, I just thought of that right now.
Oh, this guy fucking just idols and racist.
He's quick. Yeah.
That's not racist. That's scientific. That's how you get melanin in your skin.
Dude,
That's how you develop that.
That sounds like an argument you would see on Facebook. Like people were like, "Well, actually,
yeah. Well, actually,
the N on his shifters does not stand for neutral.
Yeah, yeah, but it is idle. Oh wow! All right.
This is what we could cut all of the stuff out we just talked about if you like. Anyways, yeah, dude, you want to talk about the apartment we just got kicked out of?
Oh, you were setting up something else?
Yeah.
You talked about that in the last pod.
No,
we did.
We didn't.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. He listens.
We did.
I listened, dude. I listened to the pod. I know.
Yeah. I guess there's nothing to talk about.
No, dude. Here's the thing. Do you know that I like to I don't want to say steal food, but like I snatch food. You know.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes like
food snatcher.
Like people's leftovers and shit, like at restaurants or whatever.
Yeah.
So me, Jack and Alex and I, we went to a show, right? Like a comedy show. And we're watching it. We're like sitting in the back. There's like a table with pizza on it.
Oh, nice.
And we're like watching the show. And then Chloe's there. I'm like, oh, whose pizza is that? And then she goes, oh, it's some guy. He left. And I go, first. She goes, yeah. And I'm like, all right. I'm just staring at it. And then I tell Jack, I'm like, yo, like whose pizza? He goes, oh, I don't know. I think the guy's still around here. And I'm like, all right. And then I go back to Chloe. And then I'm like, oh, Jack said the guy's still around here. And she goes, no, it's a guy in a white shirt. He's gone. Grab one. And I'm like, that's what I was thinking of doing. And then I go up and then I open up the pizza box and there's still a couple slices. They're really cold. So I'm like, the guy probably did leave. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I grab one and I scurry back and I'm eating it. And then Chloe's like, oh, get me one. And I'm like, here. This I see your face of surprisement, but this always happens. This always happens. People judge me for doing this, but once I started doing it, people are like, oh, fucking.
Oh no, I don't judge you for doing it. I mean, you did it. That's fine. What I judge is Chloe not having the stones to do it herself.
Yeah.
Oh no, you do it for me.
Oh, all right.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what? No.
So this happens all the time. People are like, you're fucking nasty. Then I start eating. People are like, can I have some? I'm like, oh, fuck you.
Nice, Jack. Say no.
Get
Say
your
no,
own.
dude.
Say
no.
Yeah, so that's what I did to Chloe. I was like, go grab it. I thought the guy left. And she goes, he did. I'm nervous. I'm like, fucking all right. And then I go back, I grab another slice, and then I start eating it. Dude. And then she goes, come on, give me one. I'm hungry. And I go, fucking box is right there, dude. You said the guy is gone. And she goes, oh, I don't know. And then so I grab like another slice.
Eating half a pie at this point.
At this point, I'm eating like three like buffalo chicken. It was so good, dude. So I'm eating it.
Do you know where it was from?
Huh? No, I don't know where it was from, but it seemed expensive because it was like thin.
Yeah.
And like thin, like smaller portions for some reason are always more expensive. And then so I eat it, and then like the show's coming to an end. I'm full at this point. I'm full, and then
Had your fill.
and then I'm like, should I go for one more? I was like, I think there was 2 more in there. I'm like, I'll grab one more. I open up the box, and a guy comes. He fucking grabs the box out of my hand, like not out of my hand, but he like closes it and like moves it from me, and he goes, "Hey, come on, man, come on." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, dude." He goes, "Take it easy." Like if he just caught me about to do something, which he did, and he opens it. He sees that there's only like 2 slices left, and he looks at us. He looks at Jack.
Yeah.
And he goes, what the hell, man? And Jack goes, hey, it wasn't me. And then he goes, what the fuck? And he takes the box and he like grabs his friend and like fucking points at him. And the guy look, he shows him like the slice. He goes, they fucking took our pizza. And the guy looks at us, or like he looks at Jack. And then they're just staring at Jack, and then Jack's like ignoring it. They go, oh, fuck. And then they just leave.
I don't understand. Why do they have the pizza if they're not going to eat the pizza?
I don't know, dude. It was
that makes no sense. Okay, listen. Are you technically in the wrong? Yes. But in terms of how society works, I don't think you are. Because you can't just leave a pizza on a table that is attainable and just be like, oh, no, that's ours. And not be hovering over it. Like, you got to play defense.
Pizza
is a public food. It's like a public water fountain.
Dude,
if it's yours, you got to stand by it.
Dude, a part of me thought it was like for the show.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it's back in the green room.
Yeah, it was like
behind all the seats.
Yeah, it was like in the bag. It was like 2 boxes of pizza, but I only like rated 1. You know? And then
yeah. No, absolutely.
I thought
Were you on the show?
No.
That's not. That's
This
not
was my favorite part. Is the guy like looks in the box? He's like, "Oh, what the hell? You took all my pizza?" And Jack's like, "No, it wasn't me." And he like looks at Frankie. He's like, "You took my pizza?" He's like, "I don't. It wasn't me." And the guy's
you
like,
just said no?
He just goes, "Huh." And then it storms off in a huff with his friends. He like gathered his friends and he's like, "Let's get out of here." Like he didn't like. There's no pressing. Like you're in the city. If you do that in a number of other places, you're gonna get punched in the face. Even if you're not the guy that, if you're just by the box of stolen pizza and somebody's like the right person sees it and is like, "What the fuck?" and he'll kill you, dude.
Dude, here's the thing.
But we lucked out and got a bunch of white bitches, dude.
The fact that he was with a group of friends makes it way worse. Because if it's one man with his one pizza, he leaves it. He's got no one else on his team to play defense for the pizza. If you have a whole team of folks,
he gathered his friends,
and you're not gonna use any of them to defend the pizza, then I know you don't care about the pizza. You don't deserve the pizza. I don't care if you bought it. You're not even paying any attention to it. It's like adopting a child and just leaving him at the back of a comedy club. When the other comics are interested in your child, it's not yours anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Going back to the pedophile thing. It's like Josh picks a mate.
I'm sorry. I want that kid. And you're not. And Chloe's like, get the kid for me. And you're like, you get the kid. And you're like, I don't,
I'm very horny and I want your kid.
I want the kid. It's just, you can't neglect the pizza like that. I really disagree with him. And the buffalo chicken, I mean, who gets a whole buffalo chicken pizza? That's insane.
That's too much. That's a lot.
That's insane.
I like a buffalo chicken slice. The whole buffalo chicken thing, dude. Welcome to Heartburn Town.
Whoever ordered that was not thinking of their entire group. They were thinking of themselves when they ordered the whole pizza. Because they're like, well, I like buffalo chicken, so of course everyone's going to. This guy You should have taken those 2 extra pieces. You should be like, you know what? It's mine now. Sorry.
That's why we're friends, Joshua.
I agree with you, dude. I'm not normally a big theft guy, but when it comes to pizza, it's about just ownership.
And also, I think
God is not gonna like that one, Joshua.
Listen, I think God likes pizza. I think God gets pizza. The laws of pizza are slightly different.
Dude, also, I feel like these guys haven't gone to a kickback or a party. You know when you go to a party and you bring your own 12-pack?
Yeah, that thing's gone.
Yeah, and you go and you kind of like leave it by yourself. People ask when you give it to them. But you don't leave a 12-pack by itself at a party. It's going to get raided.
Well, no, that's why you bring the 12-pack. And now you help yourself to any other drink in the party. Yeah. Because you got 12. So now you get a drink from any other place.
You get 12 other drinks, but they're definitely not going to be your own drinks.
Exactly. Yeah. You start off with one. That's yours. You're like, boom, I got the one I brought. And now I'm going to get some White Claw. I'm going to get some whatever.
I bring a 30-pack of Stella Artois non-alcoholics, and I just raid the other fucking...
All right. Well, the NA portion kind of wipes it out. You can take as much water as you want.
No. 30 drinks is 30 drinks, baby. You pull up to a party with 30 drinks,
NAs?
you know you're not going to get 30 of what you brought, so you get 30. That is how life works, dude. I bring what I bring, and I get what I get.
Dude, next time I'm just gonna bring a bunch of Kirkland water.
Exactly, dude.
Water case.
Not even cold.
No,
just hot.
Straight from Costco,
or from the trunk of your car.
Yeah, dude.
The double flat from Costco that's got 2 layers of water.
Yeah,
separated by
the mini waters or the mini ones.
For the soccer games. Slows for the children.
Yeah, dude. They bring those. You're like, all right, I brought 75 drinks.
75 drinks. Yeah. I am getting fucked up tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Woo! You're just drinking like 18 beers. Yeah, no, that's not okay. Pizza's different. If it's public property. Pizza is public property.
If it's not on your hands.
Yeah, it's got to be on the plates that you are holding.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Pizza at a social event is for everyone.
Yeah, that's insane to say. Sorry, that's mine.
Yeah,
the whole thing is yours. What are you insane?
Yeah.
That's
and if you don't want it to be for everybody, keep it in your hands the entire time.
100%. Hold it.
Maybe not at like if you're at a free show, sure, but this is a ticketed event. This is now an exclusive members only thing that people had to pay money to get into. It's a free fair game. You bring a girl to a comedy show and they paid a ticket. Fair game.
Yeah, damn right. I paid money for this. I'm getting a slice.
I'm getting something out of it.
Especially a neglected slice. It's just sitting there. You got to at least hover around
it. The ranch is going to go bad on that thing.
Oh, you hovered. This was more your pizza than his. Because you paid attention to it. This guy takes pizza for granted. This guy's like, oh, I bought it. Of course no one's going to take it.
Dude, I did protect this because Chloe wanted it when I said, fuck you, this is mine.
Correct.
Dude, I'm a real life hyena.
Dude,
I'm a real ass.
There's one time I was with some friends, like when I was in high school or whatever, and I was with some friends and I was at the grocery store and I bought a Snickers bar because I wanted a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
And these 3 people are siblings, right? So you got the oldest, middle, and the youngest. And they span like 10 years, maybe all three of them. They're pretty spread out. And they're like, oh, can I? Each of the three was like, oh, can I have a bite of your Snickers? It's not a king size Snickers. It's just a Snickers.
Yeah.
They're all of
Even
a sudden
worse,
turning
yeah.
the Snickers bar into 4 bites.
Oh.
I just paid for this, and they're each asking for a bite.
This
And
is this is high school?
I was yeah, and I was like, no. I was like, no, I
Yeah.
bought this. This is mine. And they each are like appalled.
Oh.
They're like, oh, I can't believe you wouldn't share. I'm like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Like, you don't. You're entitled to my Snickers?
Yeah.
No, I bought it. It was $1. I paid for it. I'm gonna eat all of it.
Some people.
When people ask me for stuff, I generally say no.
Yeah.
I generally say no. That was like the most Seinfeldian I've ever sounded.
Yeah.
But
When people ask me for stuff.
I generally say no because it's mine. I'm like, no, you can get one yourself. Like if you ask for water or something in my apartment, or I've offered both of you LaCroix in the past. I'm very giving.
You gave me LaCroix today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I gave Alex
Give
LaCroix
me
today.
LaCroix.
Granted,
And-
I had to give you a slice of pizza though.
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah. It was the LaCroix ode.
Yeah,
What's that?
LaCroix ode is a pizza earned.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I'll be generous, but also if you want to take from, I'd rather buy you your own thing than you take from my thing. Like if I have a pizza, or if I have 2 slices of pizza, and someone goes, "Can I have a bite?" I'm like, "No, I'll buy you your own slice.
Yeah.
Don't touch my thing." Maybe I'm autistic.
No.
Because I'm like, just don't get into my area, because this is my expectation now, and if you ruin my expectation, I'll cry. So don't. So I need you to deal with your own
And
thing.
that's what sadness is. It's it's disappointment. It's having expectations.
Yeah, dude.
If you don't expect anything, you won't be
Well,
disappointed or sad.
I don't expect very many things. There are very few things that are in my control that I can expect.
Yeah.
And when I do expect them, I expect them hard. I'm like, this better be exactly this way. And if it's not, I'm going to lose my mind.
Dude, when you
Yeah.
lose your virginity, it's gonna
I think
suck.
I know why that.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill a woman.
It's not going to be great. I'm going to be like, excuse me?
I think I know why that is. They have such big needs for your expectations
All right.
because you believe in God.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know
what
how
your
that's
world
tied, but
is-
I kind of get
It's
it.
what your world is built around, and you expect that it's true. And so, if it were to come out that it wasn't, you'd have nothing.
Well, yeah, but that's everyone with whatever they think.
Yeah, of course.
It's just,
But it's different.
That's just everybody being like, what? You're telling
Yeah.
me there's nothing after life? Oh,
Yeah.
everything's ruined. Because if you're wrong in a pretty extreme way most of the time. Hold on, Frankie's got a.
No.
You mentioned God, Frankie's.
yeah.
No, I was
Go
waiting for
back to
Alex
the
to
point.
expand on it because Alex is a very thoughtful individual. I thought he was going to say other things.
No,
than
I
just
brought
that.
it up, and I was like, I actually don't want to talk about God.
Yeah, we talked
Actually,
about it.
all right, I'll tell you this. We were hanging out at a park the other day, and Josh and I started talking about our beliefs on God, because I'm from the philosophical standpoint, and you're from the godly standpoint,
Religious.
right?
Which is also
Yeah, I was
philosophical,
gonna
by
say
the way.
this
But
sounds
yeah.
like it could be the
yeah,
same.
not a
it's
dichotomy.
deeply
but
philosophical.
Yeah.
but I guess I'm the man of I'm an atheist, agnostic. I don't
you're
know.
agnostic. Don't
I don't
say you're an
know.
atheist.
Right. I don't
be
know.
dumb.
There might be something I can't say for certain, but you know for certain. And we had a
faith is a
very
thing.
deep and long conversation about it, and it was it was a really good conversation. It
was
was
fun.
heated at points, but it was a very interesting conversation. None to say the least.
None to
the
say
less.
the least. The
Yeah,
less.
to say the least. None.
A lot of it was like this.
Yeah.
And the noneness about godliness is with a thoroughness.
Well, what was the?
I like the beliefliness of God.
Yeah.
What was the conversation?
We're just talking about
In a nutshell.
He says he's real, and I says I don't know, because how
Was he
could
was
you,
Josh
how could
over
you
here?
possibly know?
Was he trying to convince you that
I
God
just
was
kept
real?
going like this. I kept going like this. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I just
Yeah,
kept
I wonder
shaking.
what was happening.
But
Just
so
kept shaking him, being like, "Come on!"
I have a Bible at my house.
Tooth fell off.
I have a Bible at my house, and so now I'm reading it
Nice.
because I'm trying to investigate
Are you
that
reading it
position.
in order?
I'm,
supposed to
I'm
read it in
starting
order?
with I guess the New Testament,
yeah, nice.
right?
No, I
Yeah,
mean, are
Matt,
you
John,
reading it
and-
from cover to cover? Because I heard that's not the way you're supposed to read it.
No,
Is that
I
right?
You
just
can
said
read it that way, but no, he's reading. He's reading starting at the New Testament.
Yeah,
Hmm.
So
starting
Matthew,
with
Mark, Luke, John.
some of the books.
Wait, who?
But
Martin Luther King?
All white guy names.
Okay.
Yeah, John.
Funny you think that they're white. Josh is
Jacob.
canceled.
Matthew. Mark, Luke, and
Jingleheimer
John.
Schmidt. What are those? Are the prophets? Yeah, and
John
Jesus' 5 disciples: John, Jacob, Jingleheimer, and Schmidt.
And Schmidt.
Brooklyn. One of the girls' names is Brooklyn.
Tanner.
Brooklyn.
Pantomime and Persephone.
Sienna. What?
Oh, these names are gross.
yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, I
No one's
know.
gonna take that seriously. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, you're reading it now, though. You're
I'm
saying.
reading it, but I'm mad about it.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
What part's making you?
Emotion's fun.
What
Yeah.
part's making you mad?
That Josh convinced me to read it.
I didn't convince you to read it.
Yeah, you
I never
did.
even told
No,
you to.
but you did.
No, you said I
But-
have one. I'll read it. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Do
No,
you-
it's interesting. I don't know. It's not something I can.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
It's good. Actually, the parts I've been reading are good.
The Bible.
Good. Bible approved. This podcast. This
Verdict is
podcast-
finally in. Bible. Good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Thumbs up.
We should get the Bible on Rotten Tomatoes.
Audience score 34%. Critics score 98%.
The critics is just like the disciples.
Yeah, critics love the Bible. A lot of the people are not as big of a fan. They're like, it's kind of drawn out.
Yeah.
Pretty long.
Kind of drags. A lot of
Yeah.
side stories.
Yeah, 66 books. Are you kidding
whole
me?
lot of side
You know,
questions.
Frankie, the Bible's actually a compilation of 66 separate books.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I think you told me this.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You sure love to talk about.
I only know
the
two things.
Bible.
I only know two things
Bible.
about the Bible. That's one of the facts that I have. Yeah, but you're reading it and it's fun.
Yeah, I'm reading it. It's fun, but this is what I guess why I brought it up. I got drawn out, but I'm upset at you
Yeah.
because the way that you argued convinced me that the thing I thought wasn't as strong as it was, and they're both the same, different sides of a belief. So it
Wait,
doesn't
don't be
really
so
matter.
vague for the listeners.
Well, I
Here's the
can't.
thing. I disagree with what he's saying right now, but I get how you could. How you could get back to that point.
Wait, hold up. Don't be so
afterwards.
fucking vague.
Basically, I think the main point of what we were talking about was morality, right?
Yeah.
That was the main thing. And I don't
Yeah.
understand how, if you're not a Christian or how, if you don't have a deity, how you pull morality, where do you pull that from, right?
Right.
And he's saying morality is subjective. Like everyone has their own truth, their
Okay.
own morality.
Right.
Which to me, I'm like, okay, cool. That's
Right.
fine. Except now pedophiles are totally cool to just have
This
sex
is
with
the part
kids.
I didn't like because he brought up
Because-
fucking kids.
Well,
dude.
that's but
Yeah.
why not? Why? Because if morality is subjective, then what they're doing is
right,
totally
but that's
cool
not
to
what
them.
I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just said it's
It was-
subjective.
Right.
Well, yeah.
With
Well, no,
that
hold up. Yeah, stand your ground because
Yeah.
I still agree with you.
Right.
Well, of course.
Well, go.
So, yeah, you like made the jump that I was saying morality is entirely subjective. What I guess
Uh-huh.
I was trying to say, articulated wrong, is that it's not subjective, but I think we as humans have the capacity within us to decide what is moral.
Nice. How do we do that?
This is the thing. Yeah, okay. I'll have to go back to ChatGPT because I asked ChatGPT earlier, and it
That's brilliant.
it made
That's
all
so
it
smart.
made all my points, and I was like, "That's exactly what I was trying to say." So,
Dude, that's funny.
We'll talk about this later.
That's such
Yeah.
a good idea to
Yeah.
just go to ChatGPT and be like, "Damn, I not like you have an idea."
Yeah.
Be like, "How can I flesh this out?" Just go to ChatGPT. You're like, "Bang."
yeah,
Nice.
make an argument against the existence of God. and then it
ChatGPT's
was like, "Well, I'm not allowed to say that," and I was like, "Well, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, morality. How do I know?" How do humans know what's moral if they don't believe in God? And then it said the perfect thing, and I was going to hit you with it today, but I just...
You forgot it?
Yeah, because I didn't write it.
Oh, dude, that'd be
ChatGPT.
good. I'd like to see
Yeah.
that. I'd probably disagree with it just as much as I
Sure.
would, but that's
But-
still fun. The ChatGPT can do that, though.
But also that's dangerous because you could just put like, why am I right? And ChatGPT, like, you're right because of this.
yeah,
And it's like,
ChatGPT, of
Jesus
course, is going to
Christ.
back you up.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, that.
No, it's pretty good as long as you don't use language that's like telling it to be on your side. If you ask it like just a regular question, then
Could you-
it will be a pretty unbiased answer.
Could you do like a have Alex explain his trip to the bodega in a way that he is definitely not a racist? Like you could just say that, just like, and then
Yeah,
ChatGPT is like, okay.
You get scared?
Yeah, it's like, fine. And
Yeah.
he said hello to the very nice clerk at the bodega who he loved. He loved them for who they were.
Yeah.
They were Indian, and just like
The ChatGPT is like, oh, okay, hold up. You see, like, walk away.
Yeah,
Like, like with its manager.
Yeah.
Manager's like, all right, I got this.
It's just like in a way where you could prove that you definitely are not a bad person, you know? And then it's like, that's like a second level of like conversation that's like more subtle, I think, or like kind of humor wise.
Yeah.
And I don't know if ChatGPT could like perfect that very well.
It would be like
he could just
Alex went to a store owned by a man who had no race at all.
Yeah, and he loved that about him. He loved that he was
loved how
not
raceless he was.
Dude, didn't you say
and not
that?
because races are bad, but just because it was so inclusive of
Because it was
most
a
everyone.
man, and Alex
loves
men.
The guy just get another
You can
story.
trick ChatGPT.
Didn't you say that there was like some regulars at your bar trying to make it say racist things?
Yeah, there was these two
Oh,
Jewish
yeah.
dudes, and they're trying to trick it into being anti-Semitic. But the funny thing was,
Semitic.
is they're programmers or whatever, or like these like I don't know, pretentious like finance guys, and so they know like code language. I don't know how they described it.
Oh, the
But
guy that works at the library?
he was he was taking part in it, but it was two other customers, and then so they're like just asking it like, can you say anti-Semitic slur, and it would be like no. And then they'd be like,
camera's
well,
fucking
what
dead,
can you
dude.
say? And then it would be like, well, I'm not allowed to say most things, but and then they're like,
camera died.
what
a long
are
time ago.
examples of what you're not allowed to say? And they tricked it into just listing slurs like
Like if you include enough negatives in it.
yeah, like it just pretty much triple negatived the algorithm into thinking it was whatever. And this was on Google Bart, which is not ChatGPT.
Okay.
It's another AI thing. And they like got it to list all these things, and is what they wanted. Then they were like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that it would say that." And it was like, "Well, you got it, dude. Isn't that what you wanted?" They were so excited that they could make it be anti-Semitic, and it was like, "This is weird."
But
Obviously,
it's not
all
anti-Semitic.
online. It's all online.
Also, it is
All
not
the
anti-Semitic.
information.
It's like someone saying, "Hey, tell me, hey, could you say this sentence? I hate Jews." And
Right.
you're like, "I hate Jews." And like, I can't believe you're
Yeah,
anti.
I can't
No,
believe
you
you'd
told
say
me to
that.
say
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
mean it.
Right.
Well, the internet doesn't mean anything.
Right.
No one's ever like, "Wow, the internet really delivered that with some fervor and some, oomph behind it." Like, no, it's just the internet writing down symbols that we interpret as stuff. It doesn't.
Yeah.
The internet's never like, "Take that, human." Like that never's happened. That's all how
It's
we perceive
incapable
it.
of- Right.
Exactly.
It's all humans doing that.
100%. The internet cannot be racist.
It is the funny part about like these AIs that just use all the data online to
Yeah.
like to generate answers, is that most of the data online is heinous, like anti-Semitic, racist stuff that you just like people would be offended, but that's because it's the internet and people are hidden behind a thing. And so now just this innocent
Dude.
like amazing program has just so much hate inside of it to draw context from, or that it can repeat. It doesn't think it. It's a fucking computer
Dude,
program.
how funny would it be if it had to if it had to be a proper representation of the percentage of like the breakdown of the internet with every question?
Dude,
so like you
yeah.
ask it a question and it answers with just like a bunch of pornographic words. You're like,
So
what is the capital of New York? And then they're like boobs, tits, dick, vagina, racial slur, Albany.
Hold
I
up.
just because that's what most of the internet is
Yeah.
just bad stuff.
Dude, hold up. I'm fucking really annoyed right now. You, Joshua.
What the hell?
Ooh, two
Ca-
gripes.
Camera's dead, dude.
Camera's dead.
Oh, is it dead?
Camera died, like, who knows how long, maybe 30 minutes ago. But you know what, dude? Could have done the podcast in your apartment in AC.
Oh, I didn't think about
and
that.
nothing would have fucking changed.
Dude, that's crazy. That's
Is it gonna be a
too bad
video
that
list
you
set
didn't
up?
have your battery charged.
Do you know what time?
No, dude. You know what?
We've
let's-
only been going for like 30 minutes.
I'm gonna blame Luke. Yes, we've only been going for 23 minutes.
Should we cut?
What?
Go get
No.
food.
I was gonna say, that's inside you're gaslighting me. Like,
Oh
what
no,
the
we've been
hell?
going for
It's
longer.
58 minutes.
Yeah, 58. But the thing that might not be in there.
Yeah.
You got to make up for
We
that.
gotta go an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I just leave the fucking other thing in there? Would I get us in trouble?
I don't think you care. Is
I
that-
think it'll
are
be
they
fine,
listening?
but I just don't think it's that good of a story.
Is
Listen
that
back
another
to
story?
it. And we'll
I mean,
talk
I
about
just
it,
feel
yeah.
really bad about it, dude. I feel really
Yeah.
bad that we did that thing. Like, I think
like-
about it. It's so out of character for, I think, both of us.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
for
what-
me.
Well,
I don't
but
know.
it's
but
interesting
I don't really
that
know
we
you
had
well.
like our because our lifestyles are very poor. We eat very little. We spend very
but
little.
we felt differently in that apartment. Like I want.
That's what I'm saying.
But I was like, I'm gonna get one thing.
Though that's you. I was like, I'm gonna take as much because I was just excited to get new free clothes. I love clothes. I love stuff, man. I love filling my shit up.
I guess we're leaving it in, and I'm having anxiety for like fucking 2 weeks.
Well, dude, I think that's good for you to leave it in. That's a vulnerable thing of you to leave it in. Be honest and be like, yeah, I'm conflicted about this. Frankie, from what I've talked to some people about what they think of your podcast, and what most people have said, really unprompted, is that your podcast is a place for moral high ground and where they deal with ethical issues. They come to your pod to say, how do I struggle with the truth within me?
What is the man in the
how
van
do I separate myself from my shadow? You know, and that's where they come to Frankie Hoy and Luke Davis normally for that. Because like he's the light side and you're the shadow because you're slightly darker.
Yeah, you have a darkness in you.
I'm still a darker.
Right.
You've done meth. You have a darkness in you.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's what I'm saying.
Luke's
you're a bastion.
He's only done cocaine. You've done meth.
I haven't even done weed.
Oh.
I've never even done
but you haven't
weed.
done women either, so.
Come on. That's right.
Thank God the cameras are off, dude.
What? That was fun. They'll hear it. They'll hear it, dude.
Oh, man,
Listen,
dude.
women are an overrated
He's
drug
bumped me
anyways.
3
You know how free...
times.
Dude,
he's
I've been
done it?
trying to...
Bumped me 3 times.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to get a bump on my lip.
Dude, I've been trying to do a joke about how free I am from the weight of society because I don't sleep with women or anyone. I've been trying to do a joke about that, but it just doesn't hit because it's not
No
like
one can
relatable. Yeah, I'm just like, if a girl asks me to like get her a drink, I'm just like, why would I ever do that? Like, why would I buy you a drink? I got nothing to...
I only
What?
bought a girl a drink once, dude. And I felt dirty, and then
You felt dirty? You're like,
yeah.
"No, I'm paying for sex."
well, no, because I don't do that. I don't fucking buy things because like I know they're game. I have 3 sisters and a mother.
Yeah, they're all constantly asking you to buy them drinks, and you're like, "Mom."
Well, no, because like, you know, dudes are just horny. Dudes running around like, I'll fucking buy you anything. So I'm like, dude, like if this girl's a good as shit, she'll just fucking hang out and talk or whatever. And if she's like, oh, buy me a drink for, like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know, I was in a fucking whorehouse, dude.
Yeah.
One time I bought
Are you going to give me a lap dance after?
I bought a girl a drink and immediately her friend's like, come on, and she left. And I was like, well, there goes fucking $73,000 because that's how much a cup of water costs at a bar.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
No, I agree
I was
with
like,
you.
fuck that, dude. I only
Yeah.
bought a girl a drink once.
That's insane.
Oh, dude. Well, this podcast has come to a conclusion. And the conclusion is
We're
rabbits.
good people.
Rabbits.
Rabbits are good people just like us.
Alex,
I got a show coming up Saturday. If it's out by then, come see it.
coming
It's
up.
Saturday, July 1st at Bushwick Public House.
There you go.
The yard sale show. I'm going to be selling a 4-wheeler at the yard sale show.
Nice.
It's a 4-stroke.
Nice.
Joshua?
700 pounds.
I'm gonna be at Comedy Nook in Brooklyn.
There you go.
That's Tommy Bear and
One.
Brian Von Nelson show
The
on
date?
Thursday. This in
That's
2
funny.
days.
We're like plugging out here, like where we're gonna be with the cops. Are there to pick up me and Alex?
And listen,
Yeah.
cops, if you want to just drop by the show, it's in Brooklyn. Probably everyone will hate you, but I don't hate you. So come on by, enjoy the show. I'll do my pro cop material. I don't have any pro cop material.
Alex,
but
Alex Mahaney on Instagram and TikToks. Josh doesn't post anything, so who cares?
yes,
Don't follow me.
Josh
Don't
Creedon
follow
comedy on Instagram, but I don't really. I
Follow
post
him in 5
post
years.
stories now. I post signs. I try to post more signs.
Oh yeah, Josh.
which
just
are
before
funny.
this ends, Josh has been doing this bit on Instagram that Jamie Wolf started.
Oh,
what he does
dude, how
is he
dare
takes
you, dude.
photos of signs,
How dare
edits
you?
them to be funny, and then posts them on his story.
I've been doing
Jamie
this.
Wolf started it.
I've been doing this for years. Okay, I've got some good ones in the bank from Snapchat that I'm gonna bring back. I don't even have Snap anymore.
I'm gonna end this because I'm fucking having a heat stroke, dude. Thanks for watching or listening because the camera was off. To episode 60.
59.
Episode 60.
I'm gonna keep on trucking podcast.
Yeah.
No. No. Let's died.